Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back at it again today for another video on our F30 build series. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. If this is your first time joining me on the channel, feel free, hit that subscribe button down below. We've got a great library of automotive content. Your support is much appreciated. So on today's video, guys, we're gonna be talking about top 5 things that I absolutely hate about my F30 340i BMW. So getting started with the first thing I dislike about the F30 is the double door handle pull. You can see you've kind of got like this sort of half pull action here, which doesn't actually release the door. So you have to basically kind of push past that to really get it to release. You see that? Again, I just never understood that, man. Maybe that's just a BMW thing, but definitely not a fan of the double pull with the door handles. So moving on to the next thing on the list, I really wish that this wheel right here was actually for your volume control. I just find it really annoying to have to keep like repetitively like pushing each button whether you want to increase or decrease your volume levels. Just something that's just kind of been annoying. Yes, guys, I know, I'm being super picky, but again, I really wish we just had a nice little wheel where we could easily just scroll up or down to increase or decrease our volume levels. Moving on. Now, moving on to our back seat, one of the biggest things that I find frustrating about the F30 is that the rear seats do not fold down. If there's a time and a place where you need to get something really bulky in the back of the car where you can't fit it in the trunk, it would be really nice if we could actually fold down the seats to give ourselves a little bit more interior space. I really wish you could fold down the seats in the F30. Perhaps there's some aftermarket workaround for this, I'm not entirely sure, but again, new out of the box, I really wish this is something that BMW would have incorporated into the F30. So next on the list, guys, I'm gonna talk about the rear trunk issue. Let me see if I can give you guys a real world example as far as the issue that we're dealing with. Something I have noticed with the functionality of the trunk on the F30. A lot of times, you'll go ahead and hit that key fob, pop the trunk, put your groceries in there, camera bag, whatever the case may be, and then you walk away from the car, you come back and you find that the trunk has magically popped itself open. I have done a little bit of research looking at some different forums, and I have found other people describing the same issue with the F30 BMW platform. From what I can tell reading online, it seems like there's an issue as far as the sensitivity of the rear bumper sensors. For those of you guys that decide to use like a keyless entry for the trunk, so if you kind of put your foot underneath that rear bumper area, there are sensors that will allow the trunk to release. So I've heard of instances as far as the car actually recognizing just various movements or maybe even clouds or shadows or anything like that causing the trunk to open. I have ran into this many times. Pull up to the gas station, you go to fill up, everything is completely shut, you come back, and I find the trunk's open. So really weird issue. Leave a comment down below if this is something you've experienced on your F30 BMW. Next on the list, guys, is going to be the painfully clunky navigation system. A simple task such as entering an address into the navigation system on F30 is such a hassle. Let me explain. You could try drawing the shapes of the letters, hoping that the system will be able to recognize it. It's just very inconsistent. Sometimes you might draw the shape of a letter L and it wants to think that it's a C. It's very time consuming to try to go through each individual letter, entering an address, trying to rotate the cog to select each individual letter. And it's just really slow and clunky. And I just feel like BMW probably could have done a better job with some type of better interface as far as the navigation system. Probably a lot of people nowadays are not super concerned about the overall functionality of a navigation system, considering that a lot of people are probably just gonna use it on their phone anyway, so not a huge deal, but there's always a time and a place where maybe you forgot your car charger or you find yourself in a pinch, you would like to be able to use the factory built-in functionality of navigation on your car. So that's the list, guys. Again, don't get me wrong, I love the F30 BMW. It's a fantastic platform, amazing ecosystem of bolt-on upgrades and performance, but there's always gonna be a few drawbacks where everything is not always as we would like it to be. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the F30 build series. Always curious to hear your thoughts. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I appreciate all the support. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. So guys, I did manage to conduct a little bit further research as far as trying to find a solution to the BMW F30 random trunk popping open issue. Again, definitely something that seems like a lot of people are having problems with. And I ran across a really good thread here, which I'll be sure to put up on the screen for a point of reference. And what the person actually did was open up the glove box and resort to putting the trunk into the valet position. So once you slide that lever right over to the lock side, you are not opening that trunk unless you manually have access to the glove box. If you need convenient access to the trunk, this is definitely going to be a bit of a setback. But if I'm working on shooting a video, if I have a lot of expensive high dollar gear in my camera bag, and I don't want to be concerned about walking away from my vehicle after it's locked and come back later and find that the trunk is magically open itself. Given the circumstance, I've decided to go ahead and stick with the valet lock mode just to make sure there's no chance of any unexpected trunk opening on the F30. So the other thing to keep in mind as well is obviously with rain, if you guys happen to be parked somewhere outside, you're going to have a really tough time if you come back to find that your car is completely full of water as a result of the trunk opening itself. For those of you guys that have been watching the channel for a while, you'll probably know I'm always trying to find information, share anything useful to the community. If you guys find yourself running into similar issues, if I can help point you in the right direction or possibly provide some type of solution, I'm all for it. So if you guys are running this issue, I hope this definitely helps present a solution for you. Guys, stay tuned. We've got a lot more exciting projects coming up here very soon on our Project F30 340i build series. I want to thank you guys once again for your continued support. Because of your engagements on the channel with all the likes, comments, all the subscribers, allows me to continue putting these types of videos out here, building that library, help providing more quality content to the community of enthusiasts. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and helping make these types of videos possible. If you guys have any need for performance parts, upgrades, accessories, feel free to use the links in the description box down below. Once again, your continued support is appreciated. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you. Give yourself a round of applause for being the real MVP. Appreciate your viewership. Stay tuned for more projects, updates on the F30 build series, guys. We've got a lot of exciting projects to look forward to. I'll see you in the next one. Oh my gosh, that is so much quicker. Just that immediate throttle response is like overwhelmingly better than stock. Wow. It's pretty well established at this point. The B58 is an absolute powerhouse of an engine. Even with basic bolt-ons tuning, the sky is really the limit when it comes to the B58. There's so much you can do with these cars. BMW designed the B58 to make some serious power, and that's absolutely what this car is here to do. As you guys can see behind me, we've got this massive box containing an AWE touring exhaust system for the F30 340i. Gotta say, this exhaust is looking pretty good so far, guys, but I really cannot wait to listen to what it sounds like once we actually get it installed in the car.